Welcome back, guys. Hope you've got some ideas planned for this fight in Cragmaw.
This should be a good one.
As long as you guys save me, I'll be happy.
Don't you worry, Mr. Tinkle. We're the best of the best.
Once again, Joe, that's not how you pronounce it.
I'll get it eventually.
Well, gentlemen, good luck, and let's begin tonight's session. Last we were with our party, the group had reached the outskirts of Cragmaw Castle, a couple of days' travel after the heartbreaking events at Thundertree. After resting for the night deeper into the woods, the group gathered their weapons and began to walk along the tree line, looking for any weakness or point of entry. It was during this time that Barbin spotted a ruined tower that the group could use to try and get the drop on some of the goblin kin inside the castle, especially after noticing movement inside. Although some members of the party made their way up the rubble quietly, others caused stone to tumble down, alerting the hobgoblins inside to their presence. From here, a quick victory was won, with all 4 enemies being taken down before the party moved further into the castle. Multiple other fights broke out, starting in the entrance hallway of the castle before going to a banquet hall and then a small barracks. Although some members were injured badly throughout the fights, numerous goblins and hobgoblins were slain. They also managed to free a captured owlbear locked inside the castle, which definitely helped in clearing out some enemies. From here, the party converged on where they believed Gundren was being held. With a pair from the party at each of the 2 doors to the room, they barged in simultaneously. Inside the room were another group of goblins, hobgoblins, a bugbear in heavy armor, and Gundren, injured in the back of the room. Time to roll for initiative, guys.
I got a 12.
8 for me.
16.
7.
All right, starting off the fight will actually be someone that none of you noticed with your passive perception. Behind the northern door, Jorkus. You watch as a drow woman in robes quickly appears from the corner. She holds no weapons in her hands, but goes to attack Barbin.
Oh shit, we didn't even notice her.
Holy hell, both attacks hit you, for a total of 28 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
The drow woman steps out of the shadows, and before Barbin can even react, she slams him once across the head and a second time in the stomach as he turns around, grimacing from the first hit. You feel the breath knocked out of you, Barbin, as though this woman nearly punched a hole right through your midsection. You instantly gather that there is something more than meets the eye with her.
Holy fuck, no kidding. Barry almost got one shot.
You guys just deal with the group over there. I've got Jorkus to help me out over here.
On your turn, try to move behind me, Barbin. I can use shield to get my AC to 20 if need be.
All right?
Next up are the goblins. One shoots an arrow at Sildar, while the other 2 go for Donnie. Wow, I'm rolling really well today. All 3 of those will hit. Sildar, you take 8 damage as an arrow plunges into your leg, and Donnie takes a total of 10 damage after one goblin slices across him with his sword, as an arrow also lodges into him.
Looks like I may not be making it to Wave Echo Cave after all.
Just you wait. We'll show you how it's done.
Next up are both the hobgoblins, who go for Sildar with their longswords, though this time he takes no damage as he is able to parry and dodge out of the way of their attacks. Go ahead, Donnie.
Donnie, use your advantage now. I have a way to make the big guy basically useless on my turn. Trust me. Just try to thin out these numbers.
I trust you, Jorkus. I'm using my last fighting spirit bin. Now I'm going to swing at the hobgoblin next to me with advantage. That's a 23 to hit and 10 damage.
That'll take him down.
I'm action surging and going for the goblin next to Barbin as well. That's a 26 total to hit and 13 more slashing damage.
You have been troubled lately, Donnie, the thought of Grelmir's passing constantly weighing on you as you hold yourself accountable for being unable to save him. In this moment, you overcome your regrets, concentrating and attacking with all your might. With a clean cut, one hobgoblin falls before you pivot and take out a goblin as well.
I'm getting up close and personal with this big guy, and I'll pass.
Well done, Donnie.
It's his turn now, and he's going to be going for you, Donnie.
I'm going to use my reaction bin to give him disadvantage on his attack, using my protection trait.
Oh, nice. All right, that actually made him miss his first attack. The second attack does hit, though, for a total of 11 damage. He yells out,
"You stand in the presence of King Grol, intruders. I shall send you back to Phandelver in pieces."
He swings his large, great sword at Donnie in an almost perfect arc to do serious damage. Sildar is able to step in just in time, however, using his shield to deflect the path of the blow before turning back to face the hobgoblin near him. King Grol's follow-up attack slices across Donnie's thigh, leaving a large wound.
All right, for my turn, I'm going to move away from the hobgoblin first.
The hobgoblin goes to swing at you as you do, dealing 4 damage as he cuts across your arm.
Perfect. I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke on him. He has to make a DC 14 Dex save, or take 19 fire damage.
That's a fail. After being struck in the back, green and red flames burst around you before being propelled towards your attacker. The hobgoblin is instantly engulfed in the fire.
That was badass, holy shit.
Told you we'd save you. Now I'm going to attack the goblin in this corner. That's only an 11 to hit this time.
Yeah, that'll miss.
On my turn, I'll look to the woman who just beat the shit out of me and say, how do drow like their coffee? Dark. Then I'm gonna cast Tasha's hideous laughter on her. That's a DC 13 wisdom save.
Jesus Christ, that was fucking corny.
I don't get it.
Of course you don't, Joe.
That's only a 9 on the save. After Barbin's joke, you all wonder what the hell he's talking about. Somehow, though, the drow woman that had just pummeled him finds it very amusing, breaking into a fit of uncontrollable laughter.
Awesome. I'm gonna move to behind Yorkus and hide as a bonus action. Nice, that's a 24 on stealth.
Prepare yourselves for some greatness, gentlemen. I'm going to cast Hold Person on King Grol, Ben. That's a DC 13 wisdom save.
Oh shit, baby.
So that's what you had planned, huh?
But here's the best part. I've been saving my sorcery points, so I'm going to use my remaining 3 to make this a heightened spell. Now he'll have disadvantage on the save.
Oh man, let's see how this goes. That's a natural 20, but since he has disadvantage, that's an 11 actually.
Let's go!
Nice work, Jorkus.
In the midst of battle, purple energy whips around Yorkus. Tendrils of energy reach out to King Grol, and as much as he attempts to pull away, it's too much.
Damn halfling runt, I'll kill you all. You'll beg me for...
Before King Grol can finish his threats, he is overtaken by the pure force of Jorkus' magic and is now paralyzed. King Grol is now also incapacitated, just as the drow is. He cannot move, take actions, all attacks against him have advantage, and any hits within 5 feet are an auto crit.
Holy shit, Jorkus.
I'm going to stay here in the doorway and pass. I got a 3 and 7 on my wild magic, by the way.
The drow is continuing to laugh on her turn, and she also fails the save with a 5. We're back to the goblins now. One is going to attack Sildar, and the other is going for Donnie. Oof, those both definitely miss. The goblin swinging a sword at Sildar completely whiffs, while the arrow fired at Donnie only clinks off his armor. After this, the south door is kicked open again as now 2 more hobgoblins barge in. They won't attack this round as they dash to get here. Go ahead, Donnie.
I'm going for King Grol. It'll be an auto crit since I'm right up on him. That's a total of 23 slashing damage.
King Grol's eyes dart around as he remains paralyzed. Although his expression can't shift, you know he is absolutely shitting himself. Donnie takes advantage of Yorkus' assistance, driving his sword deep into King Grol's stomach. He looks extremely weary afterwards.
That spell is amazing, Yorkus. Good shit. I'm gonna use Second Wind to regain some HP before passing. That's an additional 9 health.
King Grol is unable to do anything, and he also fails his save. Jesus, man.
Well, I guess I'll finish him off. I'm going to use Inflict Wounds on him. That will also be an auto crit.
Let's see that damage, Sildar.
Damn. That's a total of 47 necrotic damage.
Damn!
Let's go!
With Donnie impaling King Grol with his great sword, Sildar takes the opportunity to finish him off. Dark energy pours out from Sildar, concentrating on his right hand. He jams his hand deep into the wound Donnie left, releasing floods of deathly energy into King Grol. Jorkus' Hold Person spell drops, as does King Grol to the cobblestone floor of Cragmaw Castle.
That was for Grolmir. Now let's finish this.
Good work, boys.
For my turn, I'm gonna move up and take a shot at the goblin by Sildar.
Shoot with advantage since you hid well.
That's a nat 20 to hit, baby. And a total of 21 damage.
An arrow flies across the room, nailing the goblin in the head as it prepares to attack Sildar.
I'll move back to where I just was and pass.
I'm going to move up and go jump on the bed, Ben. While I'm doing that, I'm going to cast a Chaos Bolt at the Drow Lady. I'm using Tides of Chaos as well.
Did he just say he's jumping on the bed?
Sounds about right.
Does 15 hit her, Ben?
Yeah, roll that damage. And I'm gonna roll wild magic. Heads up so everybody knows, we're using a custom wild magic table we found online. That way we get some more wacky effects.
That's 17 force damage.
Nice, Jorkus. You feel sparks welling up inside you as you continue to bounce on the bed. Go ahead and pick up to 4 creatures in the room, because they're about to feel some of those sparks too.
That sounds interesting. I guess I'll just choose all 4 of the enemies.
Jorkus decides it's time to make a statement. To do so, he begins to jump on King Grol's bed before sending a wild ball of energy straight at the drow woman, who is still laughing uncontrollably from Barbin's crappy joke. As he does, thunder fills the room, and soon after it, lightning. Lightning crashes through the stone room, concentrated on all 4 enemies in the room, and instantly dropping all of them. You all stand in shock, expecting more to follow, but nothing happens. No more lightning, no more swords or arrows, and no more enemies within Cragmaw Castle. What a way to end the encounter.
Holy fucking shit, Joe.
You guys are insane.
You also take 17 damage, Jorkus, as the sparks gather one last time, shocking you and blasting King Grol's bed in splinters across the room.
The bed didn't look that comfy anyway.
I'm going to go to Gundren and use the remaining 5 HP from my lay on hands pool.
You lot are insane, you know that? I won't complain though. Had you all not been here, they wouldn't have much further use for me.
You can all see Gundren looking around, an expression of confusion on his face, though it slowly shifts to worry.
Where is my brother?
Who?
You mean Tharden? Or Nundro?
What? No, not them. Where is Gralmir? He traveled with you all for that wagon transport.
Hold the fuck on. Gralmir was your brother?
What the hell do you mean, was?
Look, we'll explain it, but we need to go. We've had to use a lot of our resources here, and at this point, you're in better shape than I am.
I'm not leaving until I find where that map is. I know he left it in here somewhere, and we worked too hard to let it all go down the shitter.
Can we see the map anywhere, Ben?
It takes you all a few minutes, but after enough searching, you all find the map along with a sack of coins and healing potions scattered under the rubble from King Grol's destroyed bed. Interesting point. The drow lady that had ambushed your group is gone, with only a gray pile of sludge where she was previously.
What in the hell? Was she some kind of slime creature?
Thank the gods, give me that. Let's get out of here, but you all better tell me what the hell happened once we're in the clear.
We will, I promise. For now, though, we've got to get moving. It's too risky to stay here.
With Gundren rescued and his map secured, your group prepares to leave Cragmaw Castle. As you do, you spot a returning group of goblinkin emerging from the edge of the woods.
Okay, we'll have to leave through a different area. I remember seeing a door by the banquet hall. We can go that way and circle back around once we're in the woods.
Let's get the hell out of here, quick.
With the recognition of this returning warband, your group shifts their direction, now to the banquet hall. You pass by piles of goblins along the way, evidence that your party has been here and that Cragmaw Castle is no longer a safe location for the Cragmaw tribe.
They're gonna know I escaped. I'm worried they'll go to Phandelver now.
I don't think they will. With King Grol taken care of, they have no leader now.
And if their whole base got wiped out while they were gone, I doubt they'd try their luck on attacking Phandelver. They risk running into us.
Continuing running, your group makes it to the forest, finding cover as you move deeper into the Neverwinter woods.
I think we need to return to Phandelver now. We can stock up on anything we need, and then we can make our way to Wave Echo Cave.
I'm guessing you're going to join us, Gundren?
You're damn right I am. My brothers should be there already. Speaking of which, did Gralmir decide not to travel with you all?
There's no good way to say this, Gundren. I'm sorry. Let's find a spot to sit and rest for a bit. We'll tell you what happened.
Please, gods.
As your party makes your way back towards the Tribor Trail, you find a spot along the way where you can take some time to sit. You all stay on guard, knowing that a group of hobgoblins and goblins could easily be lurking somewhere in the woods behind you. Though you all found immense victory at Cragmaw Castle, you can't help but feel mixed emotions for the moment. Questions race in your minds. How do you explain what happened at Thunder Tree? What could you have done differently? How can you show your remorse to Gundren? Give me an insight check, Gundren.
That's a 10.
Although some members of the group don't show it, some do. Shared looks of tense worry and shame linger on their face, a sure sign that they plan to give you bad news and aren't sure how to go about it.
So, what happened? Just be plain about it.
I'll take a heavy breath before speaking up. Before arriving at Cragmaw Castle, we visited Thunder Tree to learn of the castle's location. We met a druid there who offered to tell us the location if we were to help him.
Long story short, we fucked around and fought a young dragon, and we weren't strong enough. Not strong enough to take it down, and not strong enough to save him.
I see.
It's my fault I angered it. I snuck into its tower and stole magic scrolls from it.
And I failed to bring it down when it was on the edge of death. I should have stopped it, but I wasn't able to.
I don't hold it against you guys. That was Gralmir's decision to fight it alongside you. But it sounds like I need to speak to this druid.
His name was Redoth. He tried to help us in the fight, but he couldn't bring it down either. He knows of a cleric, he said, that is able to preserve Gralmir's body. I believe he traveled to Neverwinter to see her.
Well, after we secure Wave Echo Cave, alongside my other brothers, I'll travel there to find him. Thank you all for being honest.
I'll hand him Gralmir's journal, Ben.
This journal has a large amount of its contents ripped out, with a majority of the remaining pages containing local plants and wildlife. Some pages do stand out, however. Multiple pages contain sketches of what you instantly recognize as Wave Echo Cave. It seemed Gralmir had never lost sight of yours and his goal. Another page is one you also recognize immediately. It's the tavern in Neverwinter, where you had gathered him and the others to discuss the wagon job.
This means a lot, actually. Thank you, Sildar.
Of course.
The rest of your short rest is silent, as you all take time to recover and maintain a watch out for those that returned to Cragmaw Castle. You finish the rest without any threats, and are able to continue your journey back to Phandelver afterwards. You assume, from looking at your map, that you should arrive late tonight.
Along the journey back, Ben, I'm going to try on that circlet I found.
No need to attune to this item, Jorkus, but this will allow you to cast the spell Scorching Ray once a day.
Oh, wow, that's a good one. Awesome.
As night falls, Phandelver comes into view. This late at night, you don't see many people in the street, only the occasional commoner heading home from the tavern or leaving a friend's place to head back home as well. As you walk into the Stonehill Inn, you see Toblin at the bar, sitting down after finishing cleaning. Although he acknowledges your arrival, he seems too tired to do anything but wave.
We have a room, Gundren. You can share it with us for tonight, and tomorrow we can help you get one of your own, as well as some gear, since the goblins robbed you of all your stuff.
Sounds good to me, but all I need right now is some sleep. I'll lay down on the floor and crash, resting my head on someone's pack.
You all begin to unpack your things for the night, emptying your pockets and taking off your armor. Barbin, as you are doing so before going to sleep, you notice that your luck stone is missing from its usual spot.
Damn it, did I drop it somewhere?
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
That's an 18.
You don't see it anywhere.
I'll try again in the morning, I guess. I need some sleep.
And sleep you all get, a much-needed rest for your party, with all of you sleeping in late. Nevertheless, you all wake the next morning, some stiff necks from those on the floor, but with plenty to do for today.
I'm going to go help get Gundren some gear, guys. If any of you want to join, you're more than welcome.
Yup, need to get all prepped if we're going to go deep into Wave Echo Cave.
I wouldn't mind joining. I wonder if Linen has missed me?
How about we go see the town master, Donnie? He still owes us like 200 gold, remember? That could go a long way.
Oh man, that's right.
I'm going to go to the shrine, Ben. But first, I'm going to look for my luck stone.
Alrighty, we'll handle Sildar and Gundren first. With how late you all woke up, the streets at this point are quite full, and upon entering her shop, Linen greets you both, but goes back to speaking with the customer at the counter already.
So, what kind of gear you wanting, Gundren? There's a good selection here.
Nothing too heavy. I commend you for wearing all that every day. I need some room to breathe personally.
Ha ha ha. It definitely isn't for everyone, and if you want to be able to move around freely, you're probably better off getting something like scale mail.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. That and some weapons I can dual wield.
Linen looks to you two as the customer leaves the shop, a new axe in their hands.
Good to see you two. Where have you been, Gundren?
Similar situation to Sildar here, ambushed by goblins. Thankfully, him and some others were able to help me out.
Sounds like you've been through hell, huh? Trying to get some new gear?
Yeah, Sildar here is recommending some scale mail, and I'm hoping you've got a few weapons in stock.
I can definitely do some scale mail. And what kind of weapons?
A light hammer, a hand axe, and a great axe in case I get into another goblin situation.
Lucky for you, I've got all those. Let me go check the back and see where they are.
I'm also going to take out 2 gems that I want to sell, Ben.
Linen returns with all the items, placing them on the counter.
That's a total of 110 gold, but I'll do 100 for you two.
I want to sell these gems too, Linen. So maybe we can factor these in.
These look like good quality, so yeah, we can do those and say 70 gold.
Sounds good to me.
All right, you two, nice to see you again and take care, okay?
You too, Linen. If I happen to get robbed again, I'm sure you'll see me soon.
All right, let's go to Donnie and Yorkus. The town hall seems to be busy today, just as the rest of the town is. People rush across the room as you enter holding stacks of paper and with serious looks on their faces. You spot the townmaster, Harbin Wester, finishing a conversation with a clerk.
Let's go get our dough, Yorkus.
Heck yeah, we'll have a good amount saved up by the time we visit Waterdeep. Excuse me.
Hey, we're here to collect that reward for the orcs at Wyvern Tor. We cleared them all out.
The clerk looks at you two, confused and a bit shook.
I'll be honest, Donnie. Your people skills could use some work.
You think so?
Yeah, you have a knack for making people want to run away from you. I'll stand on my tippy toes and speak to the lady. We got rid of those orcs, ma'am. You guys forgot to mention the ogre there as well, but we took care of him too.
The clerk goes to get Harbin, who comes over, adjusting his glasses and pulling up his trousers as he eyes you two down.
Ah, you two. Where's Sildar at?
He's out with Gundren right now. They're getting him some new weapons and armor.
Hey, we're here to get that gold, not for small talk.
Yeah, kind of what he said, just not as rude, if you know what I mean.
Fine with me. I have plenty to do at the moment. I'm glad you and the rest of your friends could get rid of them. Nice to have someone else in town capable of getting things done. Let me go get your reward.
He better not take...
You guys wait at the desk for a good 10 minutes before the clerk speaks up, asking if you're still waiting.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, ma'am, we're, still waiting.
She goes back to find Harbin.
I swear, Yorkus, we better get additional gold for how much of our time he's wasting.
It's not like we're doing much today, Donnie, don't worry.
I would rather be anywhere else than standing here waiting, though. He did this last time, too.
After the clerk leaves for another 5 minutes as well, Harbin returns holding a large pouch of coins.
Here you go. Thanks for the patience.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, see ya. Let's get the hell out of here, Yorkus.
By the way, Donnie, I ended up grabbing those diamonds that the cultist had for the dragon. I think they could be worth a lot.
Damn, Yorkus, I completely forgot about those. Good job.
Alrighty, we'll go to Barbin now. You can go ahead and make a perception check again if you want to keep looking for the stone.
Yeah, that thing was really helpful. I don't want to lose it. Awesome, that's a 23.
You turn the room upside down, nearly looking for the stone, checking your old clothes, your friends' bags, but find nothing until you look under the bed.
Thank God.
As you reach under the bed to grab your luck stone, you end up pulling out something else, a lance board piece.
Huh? Wait, what? Did I grab the wrong thing?
Looking back under the bed, there's nothing else. This is what you saw.
What's it look like? Maybe kind of lucky, hopefully?
It's a very fancy piece, though you aren't sure how lucky it really could be.
I'll just put it in my pocket and go visit the shrine, I guess. Maybe that lucky stone will find me again.
You make your way to the Shrine of Luck in the center of town, no longer receiving worried looks from the villagers as you did when Sildar had his health issues. The shrine isn't occupied at the moment. Give me an intelligence check.
Rolling well today. Tainted 20.
As you prepare to kneel to pray, you notice how dirty the shrine is, as well as how nothing nearby the shrine seems to be taken care of.
Usually Sister Guriel stays on top of maintaining it. Is she not around?
You don't see her anywhere over here.
I'm gonna go stop by her place after praying, check in on her real quick.
After you finish your prayers, you make the short walk to the sister's residence. You knock, waiting for a good, about 40 seconds or so, before she comes to the door. You instantly notice a sick look about her. She coughs heavily before speaking to you.
Oh, hello, Barbin. A pleasure to see you again. I'm glad you've returned safely.
Are you all right? I noticed the shrine was in a bit of a state at the moment and figured something must be going on.
Very thoughtful of you. I've been sick since the day you and your friends last set off. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. but it's been quite draining.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think we're setting off again tomorrow, but if I can do something to help today, let me know.
My home is in a similar state to the shrine if I'm being open about it.
Haha, I could help do some chores if you're not feeling well.
I would be very grateful for that.
For the rest of the day, you all spend it in your respective corners of town, whether that be shopping, talking to locals, drinking, or even just doing some chores. You all again convene, however, at night in the inn, with the journey to Wave Echo Cave ahead of you tomorrow.
I'll be staying up late drinking.
I'll join. Why not?
I'm going to be going to sleep early, I think. But before I go to bed, I'll make sure to get Gundren a room and give him the keys.
I'm staying up a bit too.
Well, I'll join in for a drink or two, but that's all.
Although it takes a bit longer than last night, Sildar, you find sleep far earlier than the other members of your party. The rest of you find plenty of fun alongside the latest addition to your group, with plenty of drinking mixed with stories and jokes to be shared. While the others stay up even later, Barbin, you decide to lay down as well. As you ascend the creaking wooden stairs of the tavern, the warm glow of lanterns flickers against the walls. The air is thick with the scent of ale and wood smoke, a comforting reminder of the night's revelry. But as you reach the landing, a chill crawls down your spine. Suddenly, a laugh echoes in your mind, high-pitched and teasing like distant wind chimes. You freeze, your heart racing, straining to catch the sound again. It lingers at the edge of your consciousness, playful and taunting. Shaking off the unease, you continue down the dimly lit hallway. With each step, you notice an unusual draft, and as you approach the end, the walls fall away, revealing a vast night sky. The cool breeze rushes in carrying the scent of earth and magic while moonlight floods the corridor, illuminating a figure standing with their back to you. Dressed in stereotypical witch attire, the figure wears a dark flowing gown that sways slightly as if caught in an unseen breeze. A pointed hat tilts jauntily, casting a shadow that obscures most of their features. They stand transfixed, gazing out into the starry night, completely unaware of your presence. You squint, trying to make out their face, but the hat hides it well. The laughter flits through your mind again, more insistent this time, almost beckoning you. Something about the scene feels surreal, as if the figure exists on the border between reality and the arcane. What are you doing?
I'll call out to the figure.
There's no response.
Shit. I'll move a bit closer and call out again.
Still nothing, though you notice a small black book in her hand. As you inch closer, she begins to walk out into the moonlight.
Fuck it. I'll follow her.
As you continue to walk down the hallway, time seems to warp around you. Each step feels heavier, the wood beneath your feet creaking with a resonance that echoes in your mind. The air grows thick, almost suffocating, as you move deeper into the dimness. With each step, the walls seem to shift, closing in around you, making the distance to the moonlight at the end feel impossibly far. You glance back, but the landing is obscured in shadows, the tavern's familiar sounds muffled as if they belong to another world. A sense of unease washes over you, as if the hallway itself is alive, pulling you deeper into its embrace. The laughter you heard earlier returns, swirling in your mind, urging you to continue.
I'll keep going.
You quicken your pace, but the moonlight remains tantalizingly distant, an ethereal glow beckoning you forward. It feels as though hours pass, each moment stretching into eternity. Your heart races, not just from the exertion, but from the growing anticipation of what awaits. Finally, as you reach the edge of the light, the corridor opens up before you. The cool moonlight bathes you in its glow, washing away the oppressive darkness. You take a deep breath, the air fresh and crisp, and in that moment you feel a jolt. You find yourself in your bed in the tavern, the morning sun shining through the windows as the rest of your party members look at you, bewildered, as they prepare for the day's events.